we go.
Woo!
Let's get it.
We're going, bitches. Woo!
Oh!
These old buildings are so cool.
4 years, the Higgins sisters, Mara, 38, and Ellie, 30, had lived under the same roof in Ashford, a small Midwestern city. Their mother Joan, once vibrant, now struggled with her own health, and their father Tom, quietly supportive, often intervened to keep peace. Families had celebrated many firsts together, first birthdays, first school recitals, but there were still unseen firsts awaiting them. This story charts those. One humid June morning, Ellie decided she would experience her first gym visit. She'd never stepped inside a fitness club before. With hands shaking, she pulled open the glass door. The lights and mirrored walls reflected everything she was used to hiding. A staffer named Maddie greeted her with kindness, no judgment. That day, Ellie not only walked 500 steps on a treadmill, her first, but felt something new, pride. After dinner that evening, Ellie challenged Mara to join a pact. Let's do this together. Morgue-like silence. Then Mara nodded. They stocked the kitchen with vegetables, spent nights meal prepping. Their first week ended with each down 2 to 3 pounds. More importantly, their first shared hope. Tom, always casual at family dinners, peeked into the revamped kitchen. "I see salads now," he said dryly. But when Ellie handed him a bowl of roasted butternut squash with rosemary, he took a bite and smiled. His first genuine admiration for their effort. 2 weeks in, Tara, Mara's teenage daughter, left half-eaten pizza on the table. Mara, exhausted from work, broke and inhaled 2 slices. Guilt followed. At midnight, Ellie found her crying in the living room. Their first heartfelt conversation about emotional eating dripped with vulnerability. No blame, only mutual encouragement. The next month, Joan collapsed in the living room. Hospital. Diagnosis: high blood pressure, early diabetes. The first medical wake-up call for the entire family. Doctors warned, unless changes happened, the circle of health crises would widen. In the sterile hospital corridor, the family, Joan, Mara, Ellie, Tara, Tom, held a circle. Promised to start living healthier lives, not just individually, but together. Their first collective resolve emerged, stronger than any solitary vow. One Saturday, they invited Maddie, the gym staffer, over. She taught them to cook grilled chicken, steamed vegetables, and homemade hummus. Ellie rolled her eyes at first. "That's not my kind of food," but by the end, she asked for seconds. That evening marked the family's first cooking club night. Hiding behind her sister in the gym one morning, Mara watched. Finally, she tried lifting light dumbbells. Her first lifting experience shook her muscles, but more importantly, the mental barrier shattered. She laughed. "Why did I ever fear this?" At Tara's 16th birthday, the family surprised her with a fruit sorbet cake instead of ice cream cake. Nervous glances were traded. When Tara blew out her candles and declared how much she loved it, it felt like the family's first happy sugar-free celebration, a new success. 6 weeks into their pact, Ellie slipped on a slick gym floor, spraining her ankle badly. Her first severe injury. She feared it would derail the whole plan. Yet Mara refused to let that happen, carrying her through workouts they could do seated, encouraging her in hospitals, bringing books to read. During recovery, Ellie felt trapped. Mara pushed her too hard, Ellie pushed back. Their first real fight, not about food, but control. Hurt words left both in tears. Hours later, they apologized. That night became their first emotionally honest reconciliation. A deeper trust formed. At her 6-week checkup, Joan's glucose levels improved. So did her energy. For the first time in years, she walked around the house unaided. She hugged each daughter and whispered, "Thank you for not giving up on me." Ellie overcame her fear of public bodies of water for the first time. She strode into a local pool, swam 3 laps. When she exited and wrapped in towel, she felt reborn. That first swim unlocked a new world. Mara bought pants in a smaller size for the first time. In the dressing room, they fit. She cried, but only tears of joy. She strutted out to show Ellie her first outfit outside plus-size racks. The community held a charity 5K walk for diabetes awareness. Ellie and Mara signed up. Tara joined also. Joan and Tom walked at a slower pace and cheered. At the finish line, Ellie's first medal was hung around her neck by Mara. They celebrated beneath a banner, "For our firsts, and to come." Tom, usually quiet, choked up at the finish line. He told Joan in front of everyone, "Seeing you fight and us working together, it changed what it means to be a dad." It was his first open emotional confession, and carried the weight of decades. Mara and Ellie, together, attended their first therapy session. They learned about triggers, coping, self-worth. There were tears, but also rare laughter. It was their first step toward mental healing as well as physical. By week 12, Joan hit her first goal, losing 15 pounds. She danced around the kitchen. She had never danced in years. The whole family joined in. Their laughter echoed through the house like healing music. Ellie bought a dress, a floral sundress, and wore it out, lunch with friends, grocery shopping. It was her first time wearing something other than baggy shirts. Strangers smiled. She smiled back. She felt free. A local documentary crew reached out, moved by their journey. "We want to film your story of transformation." They agreed, nervous. It was their first public sharing of such private struggles. It brought support, and some criticism, but mostly encouragement. The local gym hosted their first success celebration evening. Families, staff, neighbors attended. Ellie and Mara spoke, their first public speeches. Joan wiped tears while she spoke. "This is not just weight lost, it's lives regained." Ellie, now walking easier, suggested, "Let's someday host a wellness retreat for people like us." Her first idea beyond personal goals. Mara's eyes lit up. They began sketching plans. Tara, inspired, volunteered at a youth wellness camp. Her first time teaching kids about healthy habits, and how speaking openly helped her feel strong. On the sister's birthday, exactly 1 year into their pact, they celebrated first lost stones, inches, anxieties. They hugged their parents and said, "This isn't the end. It's just the beginning." It was their first forever promise to continue supporting each other.